In today's video, we will be analyzing the life of our current favorite it girl, Miss SYDNEY SWEENEY. We'll be touching on everything from her makeup looks to her hair looks to her street style to her favorite food, favorite drinks, and some of her favorite daily activities. So stay tuned to SYDNEY SWEENEYify your life a little bit. Okay, that's enough of me yapping. Let's get started with today's video. Before we dive in and make ourselves look as close to SYDNEY SWEENEY as we possibly can, obviously I don't have blue eyes, I don't have blonde hair, and I am missing other things. We're just gonna go for the more like inspired look. So I decided to do some research on Pinterest, on TikTok, and on YouTube, and just see what are some things that SYDNEY does that I can incorporate into my everyday looks, what are some things that I can take from her makeup artist, what are some style tips we can take, and what are things that we can all, you know, SYDNEY SWEENEYify our life. Step one, I think, would be makeup. SYDNEY definitely tends to have more of a clean girl aesthetic, but a very glowy look. She also tends to make her eyes the focal point of all look. I would too, her eyes are gorgeous. Additionally, one thing I forgot to include in this video, and I am like beating myself up for it, is I forgot to ice roll. SYDNEY says that she ice rolls every single day before her makeup. So I'm gonna do a very light look, something that is gonna be very glowy, very airy, and kind of let my skin just shine and be herself. I've always loved how glowy SYDNEY's skin is, so it's gonna be really fun to try and copy, take inspiration from, emulate. For me, the e.l.f. camo, she does it every time. SYDNEY is also a really big liquid blush girl, just like me, except we have different placement. She likes to take her blush and focus it on the apple first and then drag it up. And I think I might have done too much. How great. I've had this liquid blush for a while now. Do you wanna know why? Because you only need the teeny tiniest bit. So Selena, you know, put, this is like 5 years worth of blush in here because of the amount. And you know what? I should be blending before this dries. Give me a sec. As I was saying, Selena puts like 5 years worth of material in here, and one, it's taken me forever to get used to that, and two, I always end up like doing this. But these truly are the best liquid blushes I've ever tried. They're so good. Okay, and we're still left with like a 3-week supply of blush on my hand. SYDNEY also does like to put some over her nose. That is something that I don't do, but we are going to do right now. Oh my goodness. Now, SYDNEY has been, as we all know, all over the place. She, not over the place in like a bad way, over the place, and like she's in every big movie, she's in every big thing. She's just like it girl right now. So she has money for a nose job. I don't know if she's gotten one, or I don't think she needs one. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying she's in a different tax bracket than me, okay? That's what I'm saying. And I am in the tax bracket where I need to contour my nose, okay? In no tutorial did I find that she contours her nose, but I was like, I just know I'm gonna be upset with myself if I do this entire video and let myself walk around with my God-given nose. So, excuse me. SYDNEY likes to color correct and spot conceal before brightening. Today I'm going to be using my Lancome concealer to do so. I like to use it a little bit under my eyes, and then we saw the giant Mount Everest. It feels really weird to not put concealer on my eyebrows. I always, or not like on them, but like around. I always do that. SYDNEY does not, so we will not do that today. And it feels so weird to leave my eyebrows for the end. Like, it just looks so undone. One thing Sid and I have in common, besides our names sounding alike, is that we love a good bright under eye. I truly believe that this is gonna be what pulls it together. A little tip that I learned from SYDNEY is that she actually goes in and repats and reblends in her concealer before she powders it, just so that there are no creases, and I struggle from that. So SYDNEY, if you save me from this, thank you so much. And then go ahead and set. She also avoids setting her blush area. Now we can do our eyebrows. SYDNEY mentions that she's typically scared to touch her eyebrows and doesn't like to pluck them, doesn't like to wax them, doesn't like to really fill them in, and she prefers to go for the more bushy look, except I will just be filling in just the ends a teeny tiny bit. I feel like her natural brows are a little bit more full than my brows. I also feel like I found the perfect product to create the like bushy eyebrow look. It is the Urban Decay Big Bush Eyebrow Gel. Okay, moving on to eyes. She simply takes whatever bronzer that she's going to use on her face and just rounds out her crease. She does have very round eyes, so I feel like it really works for her. We're gonna see how it works for me, because I don't feel like I have super round eyes. I feel like I have more almond shape. And then she also likes to take it under. Next, Sydney likes to take some type of like glitter shadow and literally just on the lid, but on the lower part of the lid. Doing this will create an illusion of a more rounded eye. Another thing me and Sid have in common is our love for brown eyeliner over black eyeliner. Today I'm gonna use one of my favorites, which is the Lancome one. It won't focus, but just believe me, it's Lancome. She creates just like a little wing. One eye is definitely cuter than the other, but that's okay. I'm so sure that Sydney would just want me to continue, and she would just say, you know what, girlie, just go. Sydney does not wear false lashes on an everyday basis, so we're just gonna do our handy dandy mascara. Since our eyes are the focal point of this look, I am gonna put some on my lower lashes as well. Second coat. I feel like Sydney has the rosiest cheeks, so I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of blush over that cream blush. She also loves to be highlighted, so we are going to do a teensy bit up here, a teensy bit down the bridge of our nose, tip of our nose, and a little bit in the inner corner of our eye. And then for the final sauce is the lips. Sydney loves to do like a neutral lip color. I actually found the exact lipstick shade and lipstick that Sydney Sweeney loves. It is the Giorgio Armani lipsticks in the shade 103, which is just a really pretty nude pink. As for hair, we always see Sydney in these like loose, really gorgeous, beautiful curls. Now, I tried my best. Later in the video, you will see why they look like this. I think they overall, like, they look cute, like, you know, but it's not what I was originally going for. This is why I say we take inspiration, we don't copy, because what works for Sydney doesn't work for Cindy, and that's okay. Okay, this is something I'm super excited for because I found a tutorial for this and I'm really hoping that it works. Sydney does have shorter hair than me. I'm not cutting my hair. Sydney is also blonde. I'm not blonde, so we're gonna do what we can. She also appears to have very, very full hair, so just in case. See, I immediately just have more hair. If you're wondering, my extensions are from When a Life. I love them. Pro tip, actually, if you guys use extensions or anything, I didn't do it today just because I'm not like really doing anything. But if you're putting on extensions for like a party or you want them to last a really long time, here's what you do. You take you like part your hair, right? And you take your piece of hair, of like your real hair, and you take a little elastic and you tie it, and then you tease this section. And then you clip the extension in there, and that shit will not move. It will stay there. I also know some people that do that leave, like, they'll put their extensions in on like Sunday night and then they'll leave them the entire week. I probably wouldn't recommend that. That doesn't sound very like good for your hair, but I'm not your mother. Go ahead, do what you must. I think I'm gonna use the thin barrel so it'll hold the curl a little bit longer. Hello, we're switching over to the voiceover so I didn't have the Dyson blowing in your guys' ears. Okay, so like I said, this tutorial didn't really work for me. Doesn't mean it might not work for you. My hair is just difficult. Basically, I just used the small barrel on the Dyson and did my hair away from my face, then used hairspray to kind of like hold it, and then I brushed it out to give it a more of a wave. So try it at your own risk. Okay. My camera died, so you guys are on my phone now. I'm just about done. Well, not really. I really like the curls. I'm just gonna brush them out and hope to not lose them. I feel like this side kind of straightened itself, but it still has like a pretty wave to it. Well, I am gonna go charge my camera so then we can finish the rest of this video. I feel like some pieces are just so straight. It's pissing me off. Is this like I really thought extensions were supposed to hold your curl. Is that not what they're supposed to do? This is my problem with my hair, is my hair is naturally straight and it likes to be naturally straight. So when I try to do anything like this, like, I don't know, half of it stays, half of it doesn't, but it looks okay. Okay, now let's talk about Sydney's street style. I think overall Sydney has had an amazing fashion sense, and she has a lot of amazing red carpet looks and a bunch of amazing looks in shows like Euphoria. But in this series, I kind of want to focus more on street style and stuff that you and I can copy and not get weird looks. You know what I'm saying? A couple things that Sydney has in her closet that I think would be a great addition to your closet. First are a good pair of baggy jeans. And when I say a good pair, I mean a good pair. I don't know how tall Sydney is, but but I find it so hard to find good baggy pants for me. I'm 5'8" and I'm literally half legs. Finding a good pair that doesn't make me look wonky is hard. Additionally, we always see Sydney in cropped baby tops, cute tops with like funny sayings. Like, I would definitely recommend checking out Mika's. This is where I got my God's favorite shirt, which I totally think Sydney would love. I would also check out places like Princess Polly. I feel like they have really cute baby tees. I've also seen Sydney a lot in like bodysuits, and I feel like they complement her so well. However, the reason that I didn't include that in today's video is just because I feel like I wear bodysuits so often and I don't wear baby tees, so I was just, you know, trying to give myself a little bit of variety. You also need some chunky white sneakers, and somebody remind me to buy chunky white sneakers. I feel like they're so in right now, and again, I just have trouble finding a pair that like I love. Another thing that I always see Sydney in, and I love seeing her in this, I think it suits her so well. And when I think of Sydney, she just looks like such a girly, like happy, like I feel like she radiates like pastel colors. I don't know if that makes sense. So I love seeing her in cute girly dresses. Like, she just looks so happy. I love it. You also want to have some black sunnies. Sydney is often seen with her black sunnies. And lastly, one thing that I really like to look at when I'm taking inspo from different celebrities is what type of jewelry do they wear? Because I feel like the type of jewelry that you wear and that you like is very like personalized. You know what I'm saying? In my research, I found that Sydney really likes either dainty pieces or really interesting looking like statement pieces. She doesn't like to wear too much or layer too much on. It's usually just like a little necklace, a little ring, a little bracelet. I created an outfit that I honestly think Sydney would wear this out in LA. I ended up creating a TikTok based off of me building this look, so I'll go ahead and play that for you now. Okay, going in a little bit more detail, what the outfit pieces are. We have this halter top that kind of gives like baby tee energy. I then tried on just about every pair of somewhat baggy jeans that me and my boyfriend had, and these were the winner. These are more so mom jeans. They're kind of like tight fitting up here, looser towards the bottom, and they are from Fashion Nova. For jewelry, I decided to do these two rings, one a little bit more statement, one more dainty. I also feel like Sydney would totally mix silver and gold, so we have this earrings. I did these really dainty pieces that I got as a gift. And for shoes, I just did my white Pumas. Okay, now for the fun part of the video. We are going to try Sydney's favorite snack, which is a combo that it sounds really good. I just would have never thought of it. She calls it a pizookie. What is a pizookie, you might ask? It's basically cookies and ice cream. For the cookies, I have these chocolate chip cookies. Mine are gluten-free. She normally does vanilla ice cream. However, when I went to the store, 1, there was no vanilla ice cream, and 2, there was Dibs, which have vanilla ice cream in them. I'm so sure that Sydney would like appreciate this combo. I don't think that she would be upset about me changing the recipe a little bit. I think she'd say like, oh my gosh, what a genius. Like, I'm gonna try that. Here is what my creation looks like. That looks delicious. I fear this might be what a ice cream sandwich tastes like. I've never had one. She snapped. And I think the fact that they are Dibs, like this is giving like, it's giving. I'm a little thirsty. Before I go ahead and finish devouring that, let's try Sydney's favorite drink. Sydney openly only drinks water or this baby. This is the Abai pineapple mango. I've never had any of these, and the pineapple mango supposedly is her favorite. It actually has like a collab with them. Are we supposed to shake this? I don't know. I'll shake it just for good luck. Very good. I wanted to do some typical Sydney Sweeney activities in this video. However, Sydney, what the heck? I swear this girl only does things that like you and I, or maybe just me. How? Her top 3 things that she likes to do. Skiing. First of all, okay, I might live in Wisconsin. I might live in like the skiing location. I've never in my 24 years of life been skiing. That's a different tax bracket, babe. It's actually April, so there's no snow outside. So we couldn't go skiing because there's no snow outside. Not because it's a different tax bracket. Second activity that she likes to do is play soccer. I would like to illustrate a quick story for you guys. My dad is a big soccer enthusiast. My dad always dreamed of having kids who were into soccer. And when I was younger, I was an only child for quite some time, right? My dad tried his best, his darn best, to make me a little tomboy because he wanted a boy. So I remember like bright and early in my life, he put me in soccer classes. I hated soccer. When I tell you, I hated running. The ball was dirty. Like everybody was pushing and shoving each other. I really could not care about this goal. It was just terrible for me, right? But no, to my dad, I was Alex Morgan. And this was, I'm gonna tell you a story about the last time that I ever played soccer. I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. We were at a soccer game and our goalie didn't show up. I had never been goalie before. I don't know what position I played. I have no idea, but I was not goalie. And my dad's friends with the coach, right? So he goes up to the coach and he's like, oh, Cindy can be goalie. She's good. Like, it's cool. Throw her in. Said who, girl? Like, why would you say that about me? So my coach was like, you know what? Okay, Sydney. Or he was like, okay, Sydney. Cindy. Oh my God, me. He said me, not Sydney. He was like, okay, Cindy, you're goalie. Like, just don't let the ball come in here. Immediately, I started getting anxiety. I was like, I am not built for this. Y'all told me just, you know, I was just gonna run in the direction that all my other players ran in. I was not planning on touching this ball. So I'm goalie, right? They shoot the ball at me. This ball is dirty, mind you. And my little shoes were so cute. There were these pink cleats. And I saw the ball coming and I was like, this ball is dirty. I went the other way. I let the ball go in. And then everybody was like, Cindy, what are you doing? And I was like, ah. So my dad comes up in halftime and he's like, what are you doing? And then I was like, Dad, the ball is dirty and it was gonna get all in my uniform. Like, why? I didn't sign up for this. And long story short, we never went back to soccer. I think I really embarrassed my father. But it's okay. He now has a son that is a soccer star. So the grass is green, it's fine. But yeah, all that to say, maybe we can watch a soccer game. Maybe we can do that later. Other activity that I found is that Sydney likes to go to aloe farms, like aloe vera, like like farms that have the aloe vera plant. And she likes to pick them and then make like ice cubes out of the aloe vera plant and then rub them on her face. And I'm like, whoa, that sounds so much fun. I've done half of that before. I've gone to like the Mexican grocery store and gotten like an aloe vera plant and then made the ice cubes. I've never gone to a farm and picked them myself. I don't really know where I would find a farm that like has aloe vera plants. I don't think, can aloe vera plants grow in Wisconsin? Let's find out. Okay, so it says most aloes are from summer rainfall areas. Okay, so no. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Cindy, why don't you like, I don't know, like play Just Dance or like color or make chili. I don't know, like normal folk stuff. Just ideas. Just ideas. One activity that Sydney does, and I find this so like big brain of her. I love it. If I was an actress, I would probably do the same thing. Every single character that she ever plays, she writes like a whole novel of them, and that's like her way of getting in character and in zone and really being able to like channel them in her art. And I think that's so, I love watching stuff that Sydney is in, knowing that she did all that back work. And then I just, in my mind, I'm like imagining like, okay, so what was their novel about? Sydney, if you ever want to release these, I will pay top dollar. I don't have top dollar. I will let you borrow my dog for the day. And I love my dog. To get to read them. Okay, you've almost made it to the end of this video. We're just gonna do a quick little Sydney Sweeney starter pack, the top things that you need based off of my research to become your own best version of Sydney Sweeney, or just, you know, embody the baddie. I think that's what I'm gonna call this, embody the baddie. That's kind of cute. Okay, so top things that I think you need. Number 1, the Armani Beauty lipstick in the shade 103. Secondly, cookies and ice cream. Thirdly, the Bai drink. It's the only drink that Sydney will drink besides water. Baby tees and baggy jeans. if you want to be extreme, get some beautiful blue eyes, some beautiful blonde hair, and you're good. Alright besties, you made it to the end of the video. If you did, thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed. This video was so fun to film, and it was like the first of this kind that I've ever filmed. I had so much fun, and I love Sydney Sweeney, so it was so much fun researching her and getting to know her a little bit better, even though I don't know her. I really hope you guys enjoy. I will have another video for you guys next week. If you have any requests, please let me know.